Governor Janelle Roybal, Stephanie Poston, and Alicia Corriz, welcome to New Mexico in Focus. Well, former Congresswoman Deb Haaland, now Madam Secretary, mentioned this week that rarely seeing Native women hold federal leadership roles. Well, now that's changed. Governor Roybal, your pueblo is leading the way with a female executive branch. And as a tribal leader, how does Haaland's government position resonate with you?
Well, we're excited. Every day within our communities, we continue to strive for excellence, and give everything our all to succeed. And my pueblo, the Pueblo Puaque, is so excited to have a Native American in this position because, diversity is very important to us, and having a voice from all ethnicities is a must. So we're all heard, we're all part of the decision making. We all face challenges on a daily basis, have obstacles we have to get through to make changes within our respective communities that, technically benefit all of us as a whole. And having Deb Haaland as our Secretary of the Interior makes us all so proud and hopeful for great things to come.
And Stephanie, you have a connection to Secretary Haaland. You helped plan a big event in DC when she first came into office in Congress. What was going through your mind when you were watching her being confirmed?
It was very exciting. And it was surreal. I mean, that whole thing, you hear it a lot, representation matters, but you could feel it. You could actually feel it and be a part of it. And you could see that she came from humble beginnings, just like us. She came from one of the pueblos. She comes from Laguna. She is a proud New Mexican. And it was just a really exciting day. And all of New Mexico should be proud and happy.
And what was the response from the Pueblo Youth Council?
Okay, so within the All Pueblo Council of Governors Youth Committee, we are a part of the, the overarching All Pueblo Council of Governors, which is comprised of our 20 Pueblo nations, each with, its inherent government authority and sovereignty over their lands. And so our mission is to advocate, foster, protect, and encourage the social, cultural, and traditional well-being of our Pueblo nations. And so seeing as, the youth committee is one of those primary focuses in our communities, and just to have a really great role model available for us, and to see that with strength and determination that Pueblo women can rise and overcome the obstacles that we encounter on a daily basis. And so it's within that, it's just really, phenomenal. And our youth committee is actually comprised of all Pueblo young women. And so it's really great to have that, what we lovingly call Auntie Deb, available for us in the Secretary of Interior, and, also just another Pueblo woman on their rise to leadership.
And Secretary of Haaland does carry her Pueblo knowledge. Why is that important, Governor?
That's what we grow up with. So it's not something that goes away. We continue on with our younger generations, teaching them, and if we didn't have that moving forward and, use that to help us get, our voices out and how we live and our everyday living, I think that we wouldn't be as far as we are today. I think we've came a long way by being true to ourselves and who we are, and letting everyone know that that's how we stand.
And Stephanie?
As Pueblo people, we're the original stewards of the land. I was fortunate enough to work for my own tribe, and I know that they really take it serious in protecting water, in protecting resources, in protecting sacred sites. And you just know that with all those efforts for years that perhaps our uncles, our grandfathers worked on, that they stand a fighting chance now with somebody who truly understands the meaning of that. And that's not only for our own benefit as Native people, that sort of protection, that commitment to preserving lands will benefit all of the globe.
And is that the same for young people?
Yes, of course. Engaging within our communities, we can certainly see that our community is linked through intergenerational teachings. And so, not only with each story comes, cultural revitalization, but continues to carry a teaching along with it. And so certainly with, Representative Holland or Secretary Holland, carrying that knowledge along with her, we can certainly see that it will help to provide some strength and guidance within the coming obstacles that she will have to face in her new position. And so I strongly believe that, our traditions, our knowledge, and our language, of course, carry so much strength and power.
And Governor, as a tribal leader, there is going to be a lot of work to do for Secretary Holland, but how do you hope that she takes a federal approach to tribal issues, especially ones that are so dear to your tribe?
She's a very strong lady. You can see that right away. And so I think just having that voice representing us, and as everyone else has mentioned, we all want the same thing. It's not just for us Native people, it's for the whole community. And I think maybe it's not taken in certain ways as we want it to be out there. And if we don't have that voice there to make that statement, to explain our situation and let them know our struggles and what we fight for, then we're kind of left out, So now that we have that voice there and that support, that's just going to benefit all of us as a whole.
There is, like we said, a lot of issues to tackle, not only with tribal issues, but public lands and taking care of the land are also important to Indigenous people across the United States. And Stephanie, for you as a business leader, a mother, a member of the Native community locally, people are going to be watching the Secretary and watching her every move. How do you see Indian country holding her accountable as she goes on to this new position?
I think with positions like that, you go into it knowing that you have to make hard decisions, and sometimes they might not sit well with folks. And I think it's important that we know that ahead of time. And, it's taken a very long time to get to this point of having the first ever Native American at a cabinet level. And so allow that grace, allow that patience as she maneuvers and makes pathways forward for not only us as Native people, but for the country.
And Governor, do you have anything to add to that as consultations with the Interior Department and just even being able to have the ear of the Secretary and holding her accountable for some of those tough decisions she may have to make?
Yes, I definitely can see, us having many conversations. We have several struggles just, here in New Mexico with our, water rights, our land preservation. We have historical sites and the fracking. We want to protect all that land. And I think we all have the same agenda right now. And so I definitely can see us moving forward in a positive way and helping each other, all of us as a group, staying together and moving forward as one.
I know this week has been such not only history in the making for one of the first Congress women to be in Congress. There's also Sharice Davids, who is in Congress. So Holland made history becoming now the first cabinet secretary, Native American and female. There's a lot of celebration, so much excitement across Indian country, for sure here in New Mexico. And I know that the youth committee is planning a big celebration. What is that?
Yes, that's correct. So, in light of our new cabinet secretary, Holland, recent accomplishments, the youth committee has recommended to our 20 Pueblo governors to help celebrate our new interior secretary. And that will be through a virtual event led by the youth committee. similar to a celebration held previously by APCG when Deb Haaland was or became one of the first 2 Indigenous Congress representatives in 2018. And so as of this time, we are in the planning stages. A resolution will be considered by the council to help initiate the formal process into carrying out this historic celebration, which will include an op-ed sharing to the public the perspective of Pueblo youth. We hope to have this open to the public via online platform. And so we also hope to call on our New Mexico congressional delegation to help provide remarks, as well as to provide a space for APCG to celebrate Secretary Haaland's achievements. And, of course, in true Pueblo fashion, to have this be an intergenerational celebration amongst Pueblo governors, tribal leaders, elders, youth, and community members.
And I know everybody is so excited about this historic confirmation, and now Madam Secretary, and like you said, Auntie Deb, people feel such a connection to her, even if they're not from New Mexico. Just want to thank you all for being with us, but also just to end with some messages. Steph, let's start with you, Stephanie. What would you like to tell Madam Secretary?
Thank you for paving the way. Thank you for leaving the ladder down. Be strong. And we know that you're going to do a great job.
I would always also want to say, thank you for wanting to get into that position, knowing what it was going to be and how hard it was going to be to get in there, and what we were going to want from you, or expect you to do for us. I mean, that's a lot to take on, and we're here to support you, and I know you're going to do awesome, and we're just so humbled and honored to be a Native American just like her.
I guess my message to Auntie Deb will be to first off, congratulations on your recent appointment. Certainly we as Pueblo women see the limited opportunities we have in order to be in leadership, and so I commend you for taking this taking the jump to pursue this opportunity, and certainly leaving the ladder down for those to follow. You certainly are a remarkable role model for this generation and the forthcoming generations to come. And so congratulations, and we wish you wellness, strength, and as much guidance as you can within this position and its all of its decision-making processes.
Thank you all for being with us here on New Mexico in Focus.
Thank you.